Are you looking for the best drones? In this video we will look at some of the 3 best drones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. DJI Air 2S. I stand by my conclusion of my review of the DJI Air 2S that this was indeed the best drone at the time. Of course, now that spot clearly belongs to the Mavic 3, the Air 2S still deserves a very close second place. There's no getting around the fact that the Air 2S is about half the price of the Mavic 3, and almost half the size and weight. For people who aren't willing or able to invest such a considerable chunk of change in something like the Mavic 3, or who want something easier to carry around with them, the Air 2S is less of a compromise in terms of performance. To give you an idea of the size of the Air 2S, it's small enough that I can fit it in just about any of my camera bags instead of a lens. It's about the same size as the included controller, and it's surprising that such a small drone is packing such an impressive camera. This camera is essentially the same as the one found in the older, more expensive Mavic 2 Pro, albeit with a few caveats. These are that its aperture isn't adjustable, and it can't be pointed upwards. However, that's a small price to pay for such excellent image quality. In terms of speed, it's not the fastest drone around, but it's no slouch, and it features a respectable, if not cutting-edge obstacle avoidance system. It also gets a reasonably decent flight time of over 30 minutes per battery. I've been flying the Air 2S now since spring of 2021 as my primary drone, and I'm immensely pleased with the photos and videos I've captured using it. Because of its size and weight, I'm more likely to take it with me on adventures, so my old Mavic 2 Pro has sat gathering dust despite it technically being a more capable device. Also, if you're coming from the Mavic 2 Pro or Zoom, and you own a DJI Smart Controller like I do, then it's compatible with the Air 2S, and is a much better flying experience than with the packed-in controller. That's another advantage it has over the Mavic 3, which if you want the improved smart controller experience you've got to buy a new, highly expensive controller, now called the RC Pro. Overall, though the Mavic 3 is a quantum leap over the Air 2S in many ways, the Air 2S exists within its own niche and certainly deserves its runner-up position here. At number 2. DJI FPV Combo. Traditionally, first-person view, FPV, drones have been a niche hobby with a steep learning curve involving extensive technical knowledge and DIY skills. DJI's new FPV drone challenges all the stereotypes associated with the genre and brings the unparalleled thrills of lightning-fast flight to the masses. Where standard photography drones sail sedately through the skies, FPV drones can scream through narrow gaps at blistering, racetrack speeds and do flips and barrel rolls in the air. The DJI FPV drone includes everything you need to get started: goggles, controller, and drone, and is designed to ease you into the challenging and exhilarating world of FPV with a flight simulator, assisted modes, and sensors to help you avoid collisions. The drone is equipped with a camera capable of capturing 4K at 60 frames per second. It can fly at up to 89 miles per hour, and it delivers a low-latency video feed so that you are always confidently in control of the drone. Of course, with FPV you're bound to crash occasionally, so the drone is designed to be user-reparable. But availability of parts may be an issue, and the drone isn't as durable as other FPV quadcopters due to its plastic construction. Also, unlike traditional drones, the law requires you to fly with a spotter present to keep an eye on the skies when you're wearing goggles. I've been flying the DJI FPV drone since it launched last spring, and it's become an integral part of my video-making toolkit. I'm able to get dynamic, exciting shots with it, particularly in forests or other locations where a regular drone would almost certainly crash. The DJI FPV drone is equipped with obstacle avoidance detection, unlike a regular DIY FPV drone. It basically just slows you down when it senses an imminent crash so that you have time to react. Coupled with the first-person perspective through the goggles, I'm able to navigate through complex environments and narrow gaps with ease. If you stick to the lower speed, collision detection assisted normal mode, or even the faster sport mode where obstacle avoidance is disabled, but some user assistance functions are retained, you can get much of the feel of FPV without as much risk. I've never crashed it in the many months I've been flying it, though perhaps that's only out of an abundance of caution. I've never used manual mode, which is where all the safety wheels come off and you've got to really know what you're doing. If you're serious about using the DJI FPV drone for making videos, I would recommend looking into purchasing an action camera and third-party mounting bracket. The DJI FPV drone's camera is sadly rather mediocre in terms of image quality, and the propellers show up in the camera's view. However, if you put an action camera on top of it, you can counteract these issues, and that's what most people who use this to create videos end up doing. However, the DJI FPV drone is also just a ton of fun, and if all you're looking for is a fun toy to fly around with, then this drone is awesome as is. At number 3. Rise Taiyo. For a fun and versatile drone on a rock-bottom budget, the Rise Taiyo offers a ton of bang for your buck. This tiny UAV is ideal for beginners, with simple controls and included prop guards for safety. Also, the Taiyo app makes it easy to perform complex maneuvers and do cool tricks. It weighs only 80 grams, and is durably built to survive accidents. The caveats, however, are that this does not come with a controller, can shoot at up to only 720p video, and its range is very limited. But at this price point, those are very acceptable compromises. This is also the perfect drone for students, as the Taiyo SDK is easy to develop software for, making it a great aid if you're learning to code.